don't we look at a problem that illustrates this concept? Seaside issue a bond that has a stated rate of 11%. This is the coupon rate. This is how much they are paying. The face amount is $40,000 and it's due in 8 years. Interest payments are made semi-annually. The market rate of this type of bond is 12%. Well, before I do anything, they're asking us to find the issue of the bond. Here what we know that the bond is offering 11 and the market is 12. So let me go back here. So you go back to here and you would say the company is offering 11. The company is offering 11. The company is offering 11% and the market is requiring 12. The market is requiring 12. So you are paying less than the market. So your bond is a discount bond. Your bond is a discount bond. That's right here. So this bond is a discount bond. So immediately, you know it's a discount bond. So what can you do immediately? Actually, you can answer this question without performing any computation. It's not face value. 61,000 is a premium, 55 is a premium. The answer is 37,979. So notice, if you got a question like this, it will take you literally a second. You don't have to do any computation, but I'm gonna perform the computation to show you that the answer is 37,979. The answer would be 40,000 if 11% for the coupon and 11% the market, if those two equal to each other, or 12 and 12. If the company is offering 12 and the market is 12, the bond will sell at 40,000. It will sell more than 40,000 if your offering rate, your coupon rate is higher. So you are offering 11 and the market is offering 9. It will be either A or C, that's not the case here. I'm not saying 9 will give you those answers, but the offering rate is more than the market rate. So let's find the price of this bond. Remember, the bond is composed of two parts. First is the face value. So we're going to discount the face value and we're going to discount the payments. How do we compute the payments? The bond is paying 40,000 times 11%, but we get paid twice a year. So we divide this by and multiply this by 1/2. So it's 40,000 times 0.11 times 0.5, which is 1/2. So the payment is 2,200. That's the payment. And this payment, so we're going to have the payment of 2,000 equal to 2,200. And this is the face value. We have the payment and we have the face value. Let's just put them here. Now what we're going to do, we are going to discount those two components, the face value of 40,000 and the payment equal to 2,200. Now, the period, what we're going to N is the number of periods. Although it says 8 years since this bond pays semi-annually, N equal to 16, and we have to discount it at a certain rate. When we go to the tables, we always use the market. Now, the market rate is 12, therefore we have to use 6% because everything is semi-annually. So remember, the N and the I, depending on how often the bond pays interest. It's semi-annually, you double the number of periods because you're going to get this 2,200 twice a year, and you have the interest rate, you divide it by 2. So there we go. So first thing, I'm going to go to my tables, and this is the present value of the face value because this is the present value of $1. And I'm going to go down to how many periods we said? 16, 8 years, 16 periods. And the market rate is 12 divided by 2 equal to 6%. So I'm going to look across, and the present value factor is 0.39365. So we're going to multiply this by 0.39365, and that's going to give us 15,746. Now, for the payments, I have to go to the annuity table. So the present value of annuity. Okay? And now, again, I'm going to use the same N equal to 16, and I equal to 6, and the factor is 10.100590 times 10.10590, and that's going to give me 22,233. And as a result, if my math is right, I'm going to end up with 37,979. 79. It looks good. 7973. Yeah. So the answer is 37,979. Now, if you are not familiar with the time value of money, stop. You don't learn bonds if you don't understand the time value of money. Once again, farhatlectures.com. The first thing I do in my courses, is when you sign up for my subscription, I'll do two things. One is basic accounting. I'll take you through the basic accounting concept. Two, I will teach you the time value of money. So before you start my course, I advise you to look at those two before you start your actual CPA review course.
Want to see more CPA exam multiple choice questions solved step by step? At farhatlectures.com, you will get hundreds of video solved MCQs step by step, including previously released AI CPA questions, previously released AI CPA simulation, in-depth lectures and resources to prepare for the CPA exam, AI tools that's going to help you study smarter, not harder, CPA exam podcast lessons where you can learn on the go. And also you will get the personal guidance of support of Farhat and his team. If you are serious about passing the CPA exam, this is your next step. Visit the website farhatlectures.com, start your free trial, and I hope to see you on the website.